Nobodies.
I'm thinking of kidnapping some kids and just yelling and trick-or-treating.
Remember, we're on TikTok Live. Dude, way better to be around fans than if you have a bunch of fans.
Yeah, that's fair. I get that. Like, sometimes when I'm in areas where they don't like white people, I don't like it as much. But when there's a lot of whites, we all get along. Like, yeah!
That is true. You feel more comfortable. The guy that just got locked up, the one that we've been talking about for a minute.
Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate.
Oh.
Andrew Tate?
Yeah.
He made himself relevant.
Like, I like being told I have a nice dick. That's pretty nice. I like being told
Remember, you're
you're
still
really
alive.
hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop censoring. One shot of tequila and I'm not censoring anymore.
I wouldn't consider well, I am a Mexican, but it's one of those.
Were you about to say I wouldn't consider myself?
I was about to.
You're like, I don't even like tacos.
Alright, let's do that.
Ow! About time.
I know, dude. The last couple times. Oh, I was hungover that one day, bro.
Do you bail as much on your jobs in your
Oh yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
You're just like, sorry, I can't make it today, guys, but I got next Thursday.
No, I don't. It's more flexible with podcasts.
Yeah, for now.
Dude, that day when we were supposed to, was it Sunday, like 2-3 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get out of bed
Like a
till
football day.
like noon. Like almost noon. I was awake, but it was just like,
Yeah.
laying in bed. And as soon as I got up to get something to eat, I was like, yeah, this is probably not happening. I was like, and then we could probably have to start drinking. I was like, oh, something's disgusting.
Yeah, but you did start drinking.
No, I didn't.
You didn't drink for the Jets game.
No.
No way.
Yeah.
You just laid on the couch and didn't drink and watched the Jets?
Yep.
That's wild.
I think I actually passed out for a bit too.
Huh. Yeah, I would pass out every time I watched the Jets.
Can hate her.
I also would pass out every time I watch any football, to be fair.
That is
because
true.
I don't watch football.
You're not a big fan of
So,
football, huh?
No. I actually did. So the one day, because I don't even really participate in football Sundays ever, but the one day that, I don't know if you were there, but we went to Javier Severo's house at the time. It was a Steelers day. I remember because he was all rah-rah-ree. No, not Steeler. It was a Raiders day.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think it was Steelers after that or something. But I got so fucked up, and I don't know why this happened, but I like found like the carpet, and I rolled myself up in the carpet into a roll. And
This was in the basement, wasn't it?
I think so.
I think I remember that.
And I don't know if I was trying to hide from people and take a nap or what, but I don't remember. And I just remember somebody else saying, they're like, dude, we found you rolled up in the carpet.
Oh, jeez. No, dude, Sunday fun days are fun. Like, don't get me wrong, with certain people, it's awesome.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it's like, a couple people and that's it.
Do you ever do the like bar scene on football Sundays?
I can't. I've tried. My younger days, I used to. I used to go to like Twin Peaks or Buffalo Wild Wings and, get rowdy. But you can't hear the game. That's kind of the biggest thing for me.
Because everyone's like kind of yelling and stuff.
Yeah, everybody's yelling, and then there's another game going on, and so you're just kind of like trying to watch the game. So, but I guess as a football fan, I guess.
Yeah.
You want to pay attention to like, what happened? What happened? I don't know. I can't hear what they said.
Yeah, well, because I mean, when I worked at Rudy's, I did work a lot of football Sundays, and people love that shit.
Oh yeah.
So that it's probably the right it just takes the right person, because some people don't mind not being able to hear as much. But surrounded by the energy. When you have 100 people in a room, people are getting pretty wild.
I think it also, if you have the right amount of people with the same team, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because every time I go, it's me. Nobody else that I know that likes the Jets.
You need to go to a sports bar on the East Coast.
Oh yeah.
Like, you would be way more likely to find more fans.
Oh yeah. I've been only to two Jets games. One in New York, and then one in Denver.
Yeah.
Denver is when they came here, and
they're from North Carolina, so if you go to North Carolina Jets, it would obviously be the best.
Yeah. Dude, way better to be around fans than if you have a bunch of fans.
Yeah, that is fair. I get that. Like, Sometimes when I'm in areas where they don't like white people, I don't like it as much. But when there's a lot of whites, we all get along. We're like, yeah!
That is true. You feel more comfortable. Imagine a Mexican. Well, I'm pretty comfortable with this. So it really doesn't bother me. But
you're like a whitewashed Mexican.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard that 1,000 times.
Dude, somebody said that the other day. I was saying about hanging out with Mexicans. And I think it was Jazz. And she was just like, yeah, but they're whitewashed. I was like, touche. They've lived in Idaho for more than 10 years, 20 years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't consider I am a Mexican, but it's one of those.
Were you about to say I wouldn't consider myself?
I was about to. But I don't do like the traditional Mexican culture stuff. Yeah. Like, after I'm almost 40, dude. So after 40 years of being here, it's like.
You're like, I don't even like tacos.
Not that far, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know if I ever told. I probably did, and I forgot. But when I talk about hanging out with you or like all you guys, because I've been hanging out with you guys for 4 years, 5 years. Like
it's been been longer than that, dude.
Yeah, but I didn't hang out with you at first. Like when I knew Severo, it was probably I was probably like I don't know 5 or 6, whatever. Yeah. But then it's just like. It's just me and you guys, and then it'd be like Alexia, but it's like we're the whites, and that's just like
that is true.
And so when I'll tell somebody else about just hanging out with you guys, I'll be like, oh yeah, like the Mexicans say, and they're like, that's like they don't realize I'm talking about a specific friend group.
Yeah,
they think I'm just talking about all Mexicans, and I'm like, oh yeah, but the Mexicans will do this, and they're like, Josh, that's a little inappropriate. I'm like. No, they're my friends.
Yeah, you're talking about like Eric and Severo and Javier. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. What's up, Russ?
I've never done that actually. Now I'm thinking about it. Because I'm pretty. Well, actually, I do hang out with a lot more Mexicans than white people.
Yeah. Well, I hang out with a lot more whites than Mexicans too.
Yeah, I think so. There's a handful of people that are like good friends, but. Oh shit! Yeah, I do hang out with a lot of Mexicans.
Yeah. I forget who I was talking to, but there was one of the last times we were hanging out, and I had brought Cinda, and then I'm gonna space his name.
Wait, who's Cinda? Which one's Cinda? I forget which Cinda is.
The little short Asian one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the one that'll probably be here.
Yeah, I forget. My bad. I was thinking outside of that.
Don't worry, she won't watch this.
Yeah. Cinda, you're not here.
Hello? But Shanti, when he started hanging around.
Oh, yeah.
And so they kind of, I think Shanti started hanging around first with Leslie, and then Cinda came and I brought him on. And I was just looking at Severo. I was like, look, now we have the Mexicans and a white and a black and an Asian. And I was like, look at us.
We're evolving. Oh, that is true.
Yeah, who are we missing in that picture? We don't have any Russians, but they're still white, so.
Yeah, no Russians, no, I guess the whole Asian, that's Japanese, Chinese, she counts.
We could just lump her into all that.
Yeah, that's just a whole group.
That feels fair.
Italians?
Maybe they're not really white, so that's fair.
Yeah.
We could do Islander. We need dude, if we got a big Samoan guy that was part of the group.
Oh.
Dude, what we need to do is make friends with Jason Momoa or The Rock.
Yeah. And then that'd be awesome.
Dude, round out the group.
It would round out the group, and even topics and conversations on that would be amazing.
Yeah. What are you guys gonna do about, not you because you don't really throw it, but what are they gonna do about Halloween parties? Are they throwing one?
I don't think so, dude.
Here, will you flip that to you?
Oh, sorry.
I don't know if that will make that much of a difference, but I'm gonna try to keep it to your face.
That's good. Good catch. Actually, I have no idea. So last year, Javier,
it was
he started his 2 weeks before Halloween, and his was last minute too.
Yeah.
And the year before, the same thing. 2 weeks.
Still pretty decorated.
Oh yeah, dude, they knock it out in a day or two. I'm waiting for one of these fuckers to literally say, "Hey, guys, what are we doing for Halloween?"
Yeah.
And then somebody's gonna just set something up real quick.
Yeah. I'm thinking of kidnapping some kids and just going and trick-or-treating. Just
Remember, we're on TikTok Live.
I thought you said you didn't start that yet.
No, I did.
Dang it.
Yeah, now I'm really gonna get banned.
Jokes.
Jokes.
Yeah, just random lemonade stand.
God damn it, Josh.
I'll have them back by 11.
When is Halloween, by the way? Now I'm curious.
I mean, it's normally the end of.
It's
October.
The 31st, right?
Yeah. So I think it's literally this next weekend or this coming weekend.
I'm not doing
Tuesday. Shit.
Next Tuesday.
Yeah. So this next weekend would be the
time where people do parties and like, get together, dress up, and do all their slutty costumes and all that.
See, that's what I like.
Oh, dude, that's the best part of Halloween.
Yeah. Last year, there's some good outfits.
Yeah. What did you dress up last?
I dressed a little slutty. I didn't have a shirt on.
Yep, and then you had the little rotation thing that failed on us.
No, I had the yes, but I had the suspenders and I actually wore this flannel. I got this flannel specifically for that outfit, and I had the chainsaw.
Yep.
And I had a fake head, but I did that picture with a real head. But but then my suspender said "Give me head," but obviously like a head off a person, not like anything sexual.
Yeah.
I don't, You're just gonna get kicked off.
I'm gonna get kicked off. No, I do remember that now. Yeah, because you had set up the whole thing. Your outfit. I do remember the outfit now. Because I remember I was a cop. No, I wasn't a cop. I was a prisoner. Last minute, literally last minute, the day of. Erica was like, "Well, I'm dressing up as a cop," so I just went literally to the store and got that little prison outfit.
The year before we went to your house or something.
No, that was like 3 years ago, bro.
Huh. God, we used to throw a Halloween party here, but this is a very long time ago. Did you come to the New Year's party?
Which one?
Here, this last one.
Where at?
Here. This chair.
This is your house?
Yeah, there was like 30 of us, so I couldn't remember.
Oh,
if you were here.
yes.
You were here?
I showed up very, very towards the end.
Okay.
The very end.
Yeah, because Severa came. I remember that. But yeah, it was like pretty small. But
it was intimate. And you guys had all the other, stuff.
Yeah.
You had all the drugs here.
Yeah. 95% of them.
Yeah. I do remember.
So the Halloween parties we used to throw, which is probably like 5 years, maybe 6 years plus. Like we used to do one party per year. It was always Halloween, and I actually started when I first moved in here, like 2014. So it was like a housewarming party, and then we would just start like doing a party every year because I don't really want to do a ton of parties, but like one a year is good.
Yeah, one big one.
Yeah. And it would just get bigger and bigger. And by the last one, it was the year that Hugh Hefner died. So we did a Playboy Mansion party.
Oh, geez.
And I remember having Playboy vids on the TV. I had downloaded a bunch and put them. So it was like softcore Playboy vids. And then I turned, I have that little laundry room. I draped a nice blanket over it. And put a little colored light, and that was the weed room.
Oh, jeez.
And this was when I used to be a businessman.
Okay, yeah.
So I had so much, so I just had a big jar of it, and it was just whoever's here can have it.
It was just community at that point.
And then we had the outside patio.
And this was here?
Mm-hmm. So my roommate Chris at the time, he had the room up by the patio, so he had his music vibe out there, and then we had a fire out front. We had this big wood fire area, so for people who smoking cigarettes and chilling out there. Then this was the main area, all the drinks and shots and whatever. Then I had my walk-in closet. We had another drink area and people up there, and then what else do we have? We got a bunch of ecstasy, and it was just nuts. I think there was about 200 people in my house. 200
people in this house?
Yes.
Holy.
Oh, and the garage. So we had a full.
So this wasn't set up here yet.
No, the garage wasn't. Somebody actually lived in this room at the time. My roommate Maria lived here. Mm-hmm. And then the garage wasn't at all like a photo studio. So we put we cleared out the cars, cleared out everything, and put 2 tables, and we had beer pong out there.
Out there?
And we had a keg out there.
Oh, geez.
So we had a keg and a mixer. I mean, dude, it was wild. It was so fucking fun.
Yeah.
But,
that's the last biggest party you had?
Yeah.
Oh,
and after that, I mean, I must have mopped the floor like 7 times.
Oh,
and like
yeah.
just getting the grime off the hardwood and stuff. And I was like, I'm not doing this again. But that's what I like about Severo. He, like the very next day came over, helped us clean.
Oh, yep.
He was just like, here I am. I got a case of beer. Let's clean up.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like we showed up too. Like me and Erica. Didn't we show up like in the morning? Like late? Or was that a different time? That was probably a different
Yeah, it might have been a different time.
Yeah.
I might have known you then. I might not.
No, not at that party. No, I'm talking about just that the New Year's party we had just last year. Yeah.
Yeah, because Severo and Maddie, who used to live here, was like cooking breakfast.
Yeah, the airplane lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we did show up that day.
Yeah. Yeah, because we went all night, stayed up through the day. Yeah, because then you guys went and watched New Year's Day is like football, right? Or
Yeah.
Some sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Dude, I haven't thrown a party like that, like the one you explained. It's probably about the same, dude. It's got to be at least 5-6 years.
Yeah.
And I remember I used to be like oh gosh, this is when I was younger. I'd get the text always on like Friday afternoon. Hey, what's the plan this weekend? Hey, what's the plan this weekend? Oh my gosh. And I loved it back then.
Yeah.
Because we would always just plan something.
It is strange how it changes.
It does. It's weird. And the last party I had like that, I think it was not even at the house that we live at now, but the other one. We had maybe not 200 people, but at least 100 people. And we lived in a little, my girls were 5 and 2.
Yeah.
You know, with grandma that night. And so we had a little place. Yeah, that one got wild too. But I think that was the last one. I remember Severo being on the floor. No, on the floor outside. It's New Year's Eve. It's cold outside.
Yeah.
I think we were around the corner from where your sister used to live, around the corner.
Oh, on at Whitewater?
No, so she lived off of Orchard.
What's that?
What's up, homie?
Hi.
How are
What'd
you?
bring?
Shower.
Sandwich.
Yeah, it was on Orchard and Emerald. There was the house that she lived in.
Yeah. So they right on Mars Hill.
Yeah. So we lived right around the corner from her.
Okay.
Apparently, I had no idea.
Yeah.
So that was probably the last one because I remember Severo literally passed out on the yard outside.
That's funny.
Was just dead asleep. Woke up at like 5 in the morning and he was still out there. I had to throw a blanket on him because he wouldn't get up. It was like 40 degrees outside. I was like, dude.
Dude, my worst and best, I think. I don't know. There's been plenty of New Year's I didn't do shit. Last year was probably my most fun New Year's. I don't know. I felt like king of the world for some reason. And
intimate parties are the best, bro.
Yeah, and then I just quit my job. I was like, I'm ready to go full time video. Blah, blah. People are like, I'm so proud of you. And I was on drugs. I'm like, yeah, I'm proud of me too. And I was just like having a really good time.
Yeah.
But I think it was 3 years ago. I was out with my buddy David and this girl I was kind of seeing at the time. And we had dinner with some other friends, and then we ended up at Spearmint, and she just disappears. I'm like, I don't know where she went, and all of a sudden it's like midnight, and I'm like getting annoyed, borderline, just like, what the fuck? And I don't know why I'm censoring myself because we're on TikTok. I'm just like, I
don't think anybody's watching anyways.
Kicked off.
How many people are watching just out of curiosity? 0?
How do I know? They said people are joining.
What's up?
What's up?
This is the first time we've ever live podcast the Nobodies.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, this is where you put your plug in, bro.
Yep. So if you're watching Nobody's podcast, you can find it everywhere on Spotify, YouTube, etc.
Yeah.
This is the first time I ever did this, but I probably will. But I do keep censoring myself out of respect for the youngins.
Yeah, of course, yeah, because whoever's scrolling in their bed.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I never censor myself. I found myself doing it. I'm like, wait, what is happening? So we go to, we're at the strip club, and she just disappears, and I'm annoyed. And then I text her, no response. And I'm just like, I'm getting fucked up. So I start drinking heavily, and then David bounces I don't know, 1 or 2, or no, I think you might have came with us, but you know how Spearmint closes at 2, but then the only other club you can go to is Satin Dolls. So we're
like trip club wise, yeah.
So we're like, well, let's go to Satin Dolls, and I go over there. And I think there was a group of us because I remember being with some people, but all I was wearing was like a nice, or not like a suit jacket and like dress pants. Was like out for New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And then I remember like whoever I was with, like, hey, we're gonna go. It's like 3, and I'm like, I'm gonna get some more dances. And I didn't realize my phone was about to die. So all of a sudden, it's closing time. My phone dies, and there's like no cabs coming through. It's 4:30 in the morning.
Oh yeah, this was like.
And
was Uber not a thing yet, right?
No, it was, but like I didn't have a phone to get it.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm outside. They had already locked the doors, and I'm just like, there's no cabs running by State Street, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what to do. So I'm like, well, I was seeing this one girl that was downtown. That was kind of juggling at the time.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm just gonna walk downtown. So that's it. I clocked it later. It was like 2.5 miles downtown, and so I'm just
which is terrible, but yeah,
but it was cold as fuck.
And when you're
so I'm just like, I get down there and I knock on her door, just like I can't get her up, and I don't have a phone to call her, and I'm just like, oh god damn it. And so I'm just like sitting there, and I was sitting in this like laundry room because she lived right on 8th Street, like, and so on the 5th floor. I'm just like sitting by the washer. Like just because I'm just like, I don't know what to do.
You're just like homeless style, just like.
And you know how it keeps getting colder and colder through the night.
Oh yeah.
You know, like, I'm just like, dude, I got to do something. I was like, I guess I'm just gonna walk home. And then I ended up running to make myself warmer. So I was like, and I ran up to the bench. And so when I looked at it later, it was like 6 miles.
Oh,
on New Year's Day in the morning, and I was just like, dude, never again.
Oh, jeez. Gosh, I've had those nights. I remember when I was younger, I got arrested for drinking and driving, and there was one time that I got away. I didn't like run from the cops, but it was one of those like.
Wait, you got arrested, but you got away?
No. So I was literally, I knew that I shouldn't have been driving.
Right.
Like the terrible idea. And in my head, I thought that I was getting like, oh my gosh, they're gonna come and knock on my door. I shouldn't have been doing this. This was when I was a kid, dude. And I did the exact same thing. I just pulled over, stopped the car, and I was like, I'd rather just get like caught instead. So I did the same thing. I ran in the middle of the night. I jumped in a canal to get over to my house because I was like paranoid. Yeah. And then they ended up knocking on my door because I guess I hit something.
Oh no.
Yeah, and it's like a sign or something.
Wait, when did they knock on your door? That same night or a different night?
Yeah, probably like 4 or 5 hours later.
Okay, so by then you were not drunk enough to.
Yep.
So that's I've heard. I have heard. I don't know if this is true, but say you're on like your second DUI. It doesn't matter. Even if you're on 0 DUIs, if you hit something or whatever and you're really drunk, just leave the car, bounce, and then have somebody or like report it stolen, because even if they can't prove it or whatever, by the time that they talk to you, you'll be like, at least you won't get that DUI. Yeah, especially if you're on your second. You know, if you're like, oh, if I get one more, I'm going to prison.
Yeah,
you're like, don't risk that. And so then you can just say, yeah, I don't know where my car is. I think somebody took it, blah, blah, blah. I left the keys in it.
I've heard of that. Like, it's one of those, like,
I don't know if that works, though.
I mean, it's like when you hit, like, let's say you hit somebody or
this is not DUI advice.
Oh, yeah, by the way, this is just talking. We don't know anything about the law. We're just speculating here. But I know if you hit somebody, then I know that's hit and run. Yeah. At that point, yeah, you kind of just have to own up. You know, right. There's somebody else involved. But if you hit a stop sign, a tree, a mailbox, or whatever it is, I mean, at this age, probably not anymore. But at a younger age, oh yeah, I'd probably just bounce, leave.
Yeah, but what if you hit an illegal alien?
Man, they shouldn't be on this planet anyways. I had to watch my wording there for a second.
No, what if you hit somebody who doesn't want the cops to be involved either? And so then you're like,
oh,
yeah, you know, you're like, oh, I'm so sorry, and they're like, you're like, we should call the cops. Like, no. You're like, okay, yeah, no.
That's probably very rare. That's very rare occasions that happens.
Yeah,
but
that is true.
Yeah.
Man, I have definitely drove drunk way too much, and I played music, I worked at bars, and I'm getting so much better, like really, really good.
Yeah.
But there's a few times where I just like woke up in the morning, I'm like,
how the hell did I get here?
I don't remember getting here. I was like, please tell me I didn't drive. Look out the window, this car's like, ah. I'm like, oh no, hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. When Uber became a thing. Hashtag Uber. Fucking call Uber for everything.
Hashtag Uber. I don't want that.
Call Uber for everything, guys. We're gonna get paid by Uber right now.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Before Uber, it was so hard. It was so dumb. I would go out and spend $200 drinking, and then I wouldn't pay for a $30 cab because I was like, no, fuck that. I'll just drive us home. You get Uber involved, and it's so much easier on my phone.
Yeah.
And you're just like, eh. It's
Dude,
so much easier.
I have wondered how many Ubers you can order to pay for a DUI. So, you know, because they say a DUI costs anywhere, what?
5,000 to 8,000 probably.
Right. So how many Ubers is that? Like, so because a lot of times that's my excuse.
Probably a lifetime.
Even to not get a Uber sometimes, I'm like, dude, I want to get a $15 Uber down and back. I'm just not going to drink so much. So I'll be like, I'm not going to drink too much.
That never happens.
Down. Yeah, and then you get down there, and then you're like 7 or 8 drinks in, or maybe 15, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then it's not about the money so much as it's about the inconvenience in the morning.
Yeah.
So then you're like, yeah, but like I haven't drank in like 20 minutes. So,
I should be fine.
And dude, I have to get up at 7, so like I can't come get my car tomorrow. Like I'll be fine. You know, like, and it's more the convenience argument on the backside, but like on the front side, I was like, $2 $20 Ubers, that's like 6 drinks. Like, why would I do that? You know,
that's how
it's all fallacy.
Yeah,
like if you would just Uber every time, like versus getting a DUI, it would still be cheaper.
Yeah.
You know? And you wouldn't have a DUI.
Yeah. I wonder if us as kids anyways, like let's say now, even kids growing up now that are in their 20s, 25, whatever, they have that now.
Yeah.
They're probably still making the same decisions we were making.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, let's not get an Uber because then we're going to spend our $20 on drinks that we could buy downtown.
Yeah.
So I think even then, it don't matter.
Yeah.
People are going to do it anyways.
And you also you're just like, yeah, but I'm not going to get caught. So I'm going to save myself $40. I'm obviously, I'm a better driver when I'm drunk.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people think that, but I actually am. Cinda, do you want a shot? Okay.
I'll take one.
Yeah. Oh, we can do that here too, actually. Pee break.
Anyways, I was going to ask you, so.
Or call Eric's cell. It is 4.
No, don't do that. So you've been at it now. You left you're pursuing your dreams. Has it been already 10 months? Was it January when you first started?
Yeah. Well, I actually didn't do shit in January.
That's when you committed to like, hey, I'm going to leave my job.
I quit in December. And
you said, hey, I'm going to go full force.
I think my last day was like December 23rd or something. So had Christmas and then it's going to start in January. I ended up not even doing absolute shit until probably February.
Nice. So you've been at it for good, let's say 9-10 months?
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive though, dude. Like, there's people that I've seen, and I'm going to hype you up right now too, because like it's one of those, people give, 2 months, 3 months, and they give up.
Yeah.
And then the struggle comes. And then you have to kind of like, all right, I got a budget. I got, I'm pursuing my dream, but then life happens. Bills come.
The unexpected ones.
Yeah.
Which I fucking dealt with 100.
Yeah. It's hard. I give you props for that. I give you props for that because
you've done it, obviously.
Yeah. I never did like the whole completely just go focus on it.
Yeah.
But because I think that takes more balls than I ever had, bro. I would do that. That gives you a lot of balls to do that because you're at it now 10 months, let's say almost a year.
Yeah.
And you're still pursuing your dream. We're going to make this huge. And that's awesome.
I'm pretty committed now, but I will say that I probably have at least 20 to 30% of the time where I'm like, I might quit.
You're like, what, not what?
I might quit. That's like the vibe, the feeling.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think I can do it. Yeah, fuck. I'm not sure if I can make it. At least 20% of the time. It might even be, like, it's hard to exactly know how much I feel that way. But this is not something I like, you don't see me post it on Instagram, like, oh, fuck. Because for one, I'm like, I get a little nervous of posting this kind of shit because my potential clients are out there on my Instagram and they're like, well, they don't want to see somebody who's looking at quitting. They want to see
somebody who's out there, determination.
You know? Yeah, exactly, right? But also, it's just, it's embarrassing on those moments of like, fuck, I don't know if I have what it takes. And it's weird because I remember going into this and being like, it's going to be hard, but I can get it.
Oh, yeah.
But you have, like, nobody knows how hard it's going to be until they do it. Yeah. Like, and I don't mean to say, like, everyone who hasn't done it, it's going to be weird. It just, you'd have no idea until you get into it. Yeah. And I didn't either. And I'm like, I know it's going to be hard, but I think I have what it takes. And then you get 2 months in and you're like, oh, fuck. And then 4 months in, I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, the stress comes. Yeah, everything comes. Yeah. And then how poorly I've been able, like, how many things I'm bad at, like, just rise to the surface. You know, like when you have everything else paid, like, you know, if I was working at the bar and everything was paid for and everything's chill, I'm like, dude, I'm good at this, I'm good at that. Everyone's giving me like little props, and then as soon as it's like the rubber meets the road, you're like, oh my God, I'm not good at anything in this space. Like, yeah, dude. The only advice I have, and I'm proud of you because honestly, you are probably the person I know that has pursued your dream and then actually cut everything else off and say, I'm gonna do this. Probably the longest. I've been around people that tell me, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and they do it. Month, 2 months go by. Nope, I'm gonna go back. Yeah. Oh, and then they do it again. Nope, I'm gonna go back. Yeah. And you've given it all. And this is the one advice I'll tell you. This is you're a man. You're a grown man. Okay. You have you don't have your kids. You don't have your wife. Well, you have your significant other, but it's you. Yeah. So this too shall pass, if that makes sense. Yeah. As hard as you think it is, dude, it's harder somewhere else. Yeah. For sure. It's harder somewhere else. And so think of that like, you know what, somebody else has it probably worse. And I'm pretty good. Yeah. So don't give up on this or the dream. Yeah. Because I'm banking on you becoming rich and I'm going to be your assistant. That is literally what I'm banking on. Well, see, now I do have kids that are banking on me. Oh, yeah, right. No, dude. I just want to give you props because every time I come in here, I swear to God, I'm always like, dude. It reminds me of like, I've never been a big dream guy. Like I'm a pretty basic guy, but I'm like, dude, what if I had a dream like that? I wanted to do this, but I don't have anything that pursues me because I'm good at what I am. Yeah. And do you know what that is? It's just working, just hustling. That's what I do. But I don't have I'm not an artist. You're not trying to build the next like Fortune 500 company. I'm not trying. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. I'm not trying to become, a rocket scientist. Yeah. I'm trying to like just hustle and provide for family, and I actually love it. And because of the person that I am, I actually love like hustling, always doing something. Yeah. You have a dream. Yeah, what's crazy is I have a dream, but I hate hustling. It's like an oxymoron, but I do actually think that I'm not alone in this because a lot of very creative people. They love to say, I'm like, oh, what if I just had like this thing that I did? They're like, oh my God. Like in my 20s, it was playing music in front of a bunch of people. I'm like, oh my God, if I just like write a couple songs and if it gets to the right people and I get lucky and then like I'll just be able to play in front of stadiums. Yeah. And it's not like I'm just going to be living the life. But that has to be balanced with the work ethic of the 9 to 5, the grinder. And it's not just 9 to 5, but you know what I mean? Like you have to balance that high dream with like, no, you actually have to do something. And I have realized how like it fucks with, because like then I'll get inspired about like some idea, and I'll wake up in the morning. I'm like, dude, I don't want.
You're like, yeah, no, that was a dumb idea. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, or I'm like, yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. Like I was so inspired on Monday, and I was like, I wrote down a couple things, and then I was just like, I don't feel like I really don't want to do this. I'll do it tomorrow. Or like, I'm like,
Yeah,
dude, you piece of shit. Like,
let's
because you don't build your dreams unless you do the work. And
Yeah.
I do know that, but it's still, yeah, like I very lean on this dreamer side, which is good. It's nice having a dream.
It's actually like, it's huge, bro. It is huge. It's like one of the biggest things, like, because I've never seen, like I said, I've never seen anybody actually pursue this much like you have. Like anybody that I've ever known without like giving something up. Like you gave up your 9 to 5 to be like, you know what? I'm going to go ham. And you're still going ham. And you're going through all this shit and you're like, fuck. And I love it. That's awesome. That's amazing.
Well, you're about to see you're about to say, I've never seen somebody give everything and then be as successful as you when I'm fucking rich and famous.
He is gonna be rich and famous.
And then you can be like, dude, my buddy Josh.
Yes. I'm gonna name drop you everywhere.
No, dude, so like me and Severo were talking because last time he was up, and he's like, dude, this is hard. Like, and it's been 2 months and he like, I mean, obviously he still has his job, and not to name drop Severo or like call him out.
Oh, I'm gonna call him out.
But I want him to give it longer, and because I'm like, dude, it's not enough time. Like, you have to give it more time. Like, give it a little bit of. And we all three talked about this. Where you're like, don't come back. No, like you need to keep working on this. And I think that there will be a point. You know, like if you really hate it in a year, by all means, like figure something else out. Like, I don't think you should chase everything just because you decided it 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, if you really hate it, then don't do it.
Yeah.
But like, if you've just moved down there 2 years ago or 2 months ago and had like, you just hate missing your friends, that's not enough reason to come back.
Oh yeah.
You need like, so I'm trying to figure out a way to like keep calling him and like I want to start a dialogue with him so we keep our like goals accountable and stuff. And we've done this before. So I'm like, okay, let's keep working on like, what are we doing to reach our goals?
Yeah.
And so that way, like, we each help each other because it is hard.
Yeah.
It's fucking hard. Like, and we do need some support. But that doesn't mean that you need to come back to Boise. Like, no, keep chasing.
Well, to go this way too, like even just to make it even smaller. So he went to go to pursue his dreams. Okay. Yeah. And the reason he wants to fail, and I hope Savedo sees this, is he misses us. You have a 9 to 5. You have income. You're not worried about paying your bills. You're worried about, I miss my friends and my family. You did the opposite. You sacrificed everything.
I didn't leave my friends though, that is one thing. I do have a good still friends.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, but you at least like, you're not like, you gave up your 9 to 5 to like, I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Let's fucking do this.
But this plant is for sale. So I need some money, so it's $99.
I'm just saying, it takes a lot of balls to what you did.
Thank you.
It takes a lot of balls to do what you did. I couldn't do it, believe it or not. I could not do it.
Dude, sometimes
I would crumble.
I'm kind of jealous of. I've talked about this before, but my middle sister, you've never met her, but she's 4 years older than me, and she graduated high school, married a guy that lives quarter mile or 3/4 of a mile down the road, redneck, built a little like double wide, went on some other family, bought the little farm. They just love this like simplistic life.
Just simple, yeah.
Had some kids, have a couple kids. She worked at the bank a little, he worked at the factory. Dude, she's happy as fuck. And and sometimes that makes me jealous. I'm like, because I would not be happy in that situation. Oh no, like, yeah. I could not. I would be bored. I would be like, dude, my life means nothing. Yeah. But that's not how she sees it, and I'm a bit envious of that because I'm just like, dude, that would be dope. But I have the dreams. Yeah. And I could call them dreams or I could call them a calling, and I don't know which one it is, but I like to prefer to say it's a calling, so that way I have more motivation to be like, something out there is calling me to do this. So
Yeah,
then
like
I should do it.
Yeah. No. Oh yeah. I could get deep like that too. I get it because there's every person is different. Every person is different. I have sisters the same way.
Know that.
And family, some of us are like to pursue, some of us don't, and some of us are satisfied. Whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
Whatever makes you happy. You know, my little niece fucking moved to New York, right?
Yeah.
Like, by herself.
Dude,
obviously.
I invited her on the podcast and she's like, I'm in New York already. And I'm like, well, next time you're here.
Yeah. She, like, literally is giving her everything. You know, obviously we helped her a little bit. Mm-hmm. But she's going to give it. She's going to go until she just cannot go anymore. Yeah. Now, I don't believe she's not going to make it, but because I'm a positive person. Yeah. But some people have that. And then there's people like me. Like, I'm like, you know what? I want to make sure everything's taken care of. My family's taken care of. Like, I'm not going to pursue a dream because I don't have a dream like that. There's other people like you that have dreams. Every person is different, I feel like.
Dude, I've seen this from my buddy Paul, but I really like this. So I saw this, I guess it's a TikTok or whatever. And there is another podcast, but this guy is like asking the other guy, it's like, what is 5 plus 5?
Are you asking?
Yeah, sure.
10.
10. What is 8 plus 2?
10.
What is 9 plus 1?
10.
What is 15 minus 5?
10.
So, we've seen multiple ways to get to 10. There's actually an infinite number of ways to get to 10. You could be like, what is 1010 minus 1000? It's still 10, right? Like, so there's all of these ways on mathematically to get to 10. And if you judge happiness based on 0 to 10, 10 is complete happiness. This is always the
bar for everything. Yep.
There is an infinite number of ways to get there. So sometimes, like when somebody's like, this is the way to be happy. That's not true. That's only one way to be happy.
I love it.
Me too.
I love that.
So good.
That is genius.
Yeah, because we're all different. Like, so for Jackie, her way to happiness is way different than your way to happiness. And for my sister Tara, her way to happiness, she found it. So like, if she found the way to 10, or maybe she's at 9.5, whatever. That's not my way. If I did that, I would be at -40.
There's no right way. Yeah.
So you have to find your way to get to 10. It's so good.
That is actually pretty genius.
Yeah, I know. I like it a lot.
Who did this? I want to.
I'll send you the TikTok clip.
Yeah.
My buddy Paul sent it to me. Lindsay's roommate.
Yeah, that's actually genius because there's no right way for like any of that. Like, I mean, there's so many ways for people to.
And then he'll say, or like he was saying, he's just like, so there'll be a guru out there that says, in order to be happy, you have to do this, this, this. I'm like, no, that's the way they did it. Yeah. So
doesn't mean it's the right way.
Yeah, that works for him, and maybe other people like him. Like, you might resonate with a person like that. You're like, oh, okay, that's my guy. There I go.
Dude, now that you brought that up, this is what I love about podcasts and why people tell me all the time to go live. And when I go and search stuff, people go live. Anytime you go on live, there's somebody out there that is probably like, oh shit, that can relate. Like, oh yeah, that's the way I want to do it.
Yeah.
We're motivating people. We're doing it the way we want to do it. Right. And you're doing it the way you're doing it. I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. Somebody watching, hopefully, eventually when they watch this, they're like, oh shit, they're making sense. Yeah. Like, we don't have to do what, the way I was taught or whatever it is. It's everybody has their own path, and
that's actually genius. I do like that about podcasts too, because I do think it's a easier way to connect
and express,
and just people to tap into that, because we are lacking so much community. I feel like these days, just like with victim mentality or whatever, and so like now is a way to now everyone can just like connect to other humans with like what we're used to.
Prime example right now, you just told me that your friend sent you that TikTok. Mm-hmm. Somebody who said that person, whoever that person was, affected him.
Yeah.
And then he told you.
Yeah.
And now you just told me.
Right.
And it's like, holy shit. If he didn't watch that TikTok or he watched that live video, whatever it was.
The guy who made that TikTok, one of his friends was like, you should record that.
Yeah.
You know, it goes all the way back to.
And I hope somebody, when you post this, holy shit, they're right.
Dude, what's crazy is this is what I like about the clip section of podcasting, but you'll hit a stride or like a conversation like this, or just say those guys were having a conversation. That wasn't the whole MO, and then they hit that conversation, and then that was the clip that they shared.
Yeah.
And then it just takes those ones where like that one clip that resonates with people so hard, like, oh my God, I never thought about like that.
Yeah.
And then that's the one that like kind of snowballs.
Yeah.
So the only way I heard it was because Paul shared it.
Yep.
He only shared it because it hit him so hard. He's like, ooh.
I got to share this.
I got to send him to that. And
yeah.
the only reason I'm talking to you about it, because I was like, ooh, it's really good. Like, I never heard of it that way. And so sometimes like that premise still existed, but I had never heard it explained that way. And once you hear it, you're like, oh, damn.
Yeah. Dude, I love, and this is the beauty of social media, and people always think of it this. Unless we're doing anything appropriate, obviously that should never be posted. But, dude, I post everything because...
I posted appropriate.
If for some reason we're affecting somebody by saying whatever we're saying, somebody's going to be like, oh my gosh, I never thought it like that. Just like your friend just passed it on to me. Like, now I'm obsessed with that. I'm actually going to share that with literally Severo. And I'm going to share it with Erica and be like, hey, guys.
You're going to make your own TikTok and be like, last time I was on the podcast, and then blah, blah, blah. And you can just share it in your own, like, words.
Well,
yeah. Dude,
that's actually genius. I've never thought of it like that. There's so
many
ways to think of it.
I just thought of this right now, but one of my favorite compliments, like, I like being told I have a nice dick. That's pretty nice. I like being told you're still really hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop censoring.
Can I get a tequila?
One shot of tequila and I'm not censoring anymore.
Anyways, yeah, okay.
But what I've realized in the last couple of years, or maybe it's with like me chasing my dreams, is one of my favorite compliments, or like warms my heart the most, is when people are like, dude, you inspire me so much. That compliment, even if it's once every year, is enough to be like, holy shit, I gotta keep going. Because I want to pave the way for somebody else who doesn't know somebody who's doing this or whatever. But like that compliment isn't like, it's better than
Thank you, beautiful.
Having somebody say, you're really handsome. That doesn't matter as much. But if somebody says, you're really inspiring, I'm like, oh, do you think so?
Dude, it's a thing, bro.
It feels good.
It feels amazing.
So I was going to ask you, have you ever, or what is a compliment that like gets you like really hard?
It gets me hard, and then also annoys the crap out of me. It's, I want what you have. I hate that. I love it because I'm like, okay, obviously they're admiring what I have.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I'm like, bro, this is the way, going back to what we were just talking about.
I was going to say, this goes back to math.
Yeah. It's like, dude, this is what makes me happy. It's not going to make you happy.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that you want what I get that all the freaking time.
Yeah.
I hate it. I want what you have. I want what you have. I'm like, dude, I mean, thank you. But then I'm saying, like, dude, I'm not, it's motivating to me. But then I'm like, I'm not
You want them to get what they want.
Yeah,
you want them to want what they want, what they have.
Yeah, I want them to have their own thing. So that does get me. It's like both. It gets me hard, like thinking, all right, obviously I'm being appreciative of what I accomplished, and if somebody is wanting what I have, great. But I know it's not like, if they were to go that road.
Yeah,
they're gonna be like, oh fuck no, like this to Erica was terrible. This was not a good idea, going that path. If that makes sense.
Maybe they just mean they want Erica. But like, I want what you to have. You're like, dude, that'd be a good comeback. You're like, do you want my wife?
Yeah, I've gone
like, what the fuck, man? Why would you say that to me?
You know what other comment that you brought it up? Another thing that people have told me. They're like, I love you, Eric, but you know what? If you guys were to get divorced, I choose Erica as a friend instead of you. I'm like, mother. So it's like a diss and a compliment at the same time.
Yes, I know she's better, but fuck you. What the fuck?
I love it. That's one of the ones right there. It's a compliment, but it's also like, all right, yeah, I got my beautiful wife. Yeah. But if we get divorced, I'm like, all right, you're going to choose her?
See, I think to me, I don't have a wife, but if they were to do that, what would bother me the most is like, so you think that there's a chance that we're going to split? That would bum me out. I'd be like, come on, man.
Oh yeah, that doesn't bum me out at all.
Like,
yeah, no. I mean, like that's one thing I will backlash on you because I'm pretty confident on our relationship.
Yeah.
That those type of comments, oh hell no.
There's been only a few like situations where I was actually surprised when people broke up, and I was like, "Damn, what?
Yeah,
That's
see,
crazy.
well, this is the
you guys would be one of those, but most of the time I'm just like, okay.
Oh no, dude, Josh knows me. He's one of my good friends. I am a communicating mother effer. All right, you know what? We're on TikTok. Okay, I'm a communicating motherfucker. That's what me and Erica do. We talk.
Yeah.
If she's mad or I'm fucking pissed, we don't sit there in the corner and be like, I'm mad at you. We'll literally straight up, girl, what the fuck are you mad about? Eric, what are you mad about? And we'll literally talk and hash it out. We don't do the whole, I'm mad at you for 3 days. Fuck that, dude. That's one thing that I think we have. So when somebody tells me like that question, me and her are gonna be together forever.
I think that's the reason why I think that would bother me is because of the same reason I'm never gonna get married, because I'm like, there's no chance. So I already know for me there's no chance. So if I did do it and then somebody said something, I was like, oh god damn it, see, I knew it. People are already doubting me.
And then it's gonna bug you, yeah. No, yeah. Bringing girls involved though, by the way.
You what?
It said bringing girls involved. You know that like you're not who you are. I'm gonna put you on a pedestal without her. You know that? You get that?
I know what you're saying.
So you're not the man that you are right now. Motivated, even though like you're pushing and whatever it is, you're giving everything to your dream.
Yeah.
If she wasn't here,
it wouldn't be as good.
It wouldn't be as good.
I do agree. I'm glad you brought this up.
I wouldn't be who the fuck I am without Erica. Like that's one thing that I tell people.
I've been watching a little bit of the Manosphere lately.
Andrew Tate and the Manosphere.
Yeah.
These are
your my god!
Content?
I'm gonna stop you right now, bro.
Also, your pants smashed my couch.
I know. I was trying to keep.
So people who
see what she just did. She was trying to like do it for you.
So I've been watching.
If you say a quote about Andrew Tate, I'm gonna hit you.
No, it's my podcast.
Okay. All right. Andrew Tate has like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 0 points. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. I don't care what you say.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so but I'm glad you brought this up because this is one of the things that not only him but some other guys have said, where they were like, the man will be who he is whether or not the girl's around. And this is something I disagree with. And I'm glad that you brought it up because I'm not saying that if you are by yourself, you can't accomplish something. But if you find the right supportive person, and I don't think it has to be a girl, but like if you have a girl that supports you, it is so much easier to like move forward. Like the lows don't get so low because you have somebody who's just like, no, I believe in you, blah blah blah, and like giving you that like.
I can tell you I believe in you.
Right. Yes, and so could my mom. Like,
yeah,
but you need the people that make it do need something, and I don't think everyone does, because I do think there are some freaks out there that like no one believes in them and they still get it. But that is so fucking rare.
It's very rare.
Yes. So for the average guy that makes it or gets something accomplished in business or life, etc., they need some support and some sort of, no, I believe you got it. Work a little harder. Fuck what they say. Work a little harder. You got it. I believe in you. You're gonna make it. Keep pushing forward. And having those people in your life whether it is a girlfriend, whether it's a wife, whether it is a close friend. I think it's really important.
I think it's very, very important, bro. Like, I mean, I'm gonna hit back to where it's like very rare that guys can do it on them, like by themselves.
Mm.
Like, I'm thinking big names here, just because, like the guy that you brought up, Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Okay. He's never needed a woman or something like that to like motivate him, but it also got him in trouble. It also put him on the news. It also got people talking about him.
Yeah.
It's also why we're talking about him on your live cast right now, is because he did it by himself. That's rare. Donald Trump.
But he's another guy. Oh, both of them.
Donald Trump, another guy.
There are other guys that because they say this is the way I made it, that means this is the way you need to make it.
Yes.
And you're like, that's not the way that everybody makes it.
That's rare.
Yeah. Just because you have that like rare thing doesn't mean everybody makes it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love that. that. Yeah, because it's very rare. That, but I also think that like literally you need somebody to like support. Because I'm going to tell you, Josh, I'm going to support you 100%. But also I'm not going to over here like cuddle with you and tell you, hey, you got this. You got this.
Yeah.
It helps when there's a significant other, which again, a partner in life. It's not whoever it is.
Sure.
That helps motivate. You need somebody right there close to you. You need, I don't know if it's right to say this, but you can't do it by yourself. No, I'm going to say it. Yeah, you can't do this by yourself.
This is where I would disagree. I think you can do it by yourself. I think it's better to do it not by yourself.
Yeah.
Like, because I remember when I first started seeing Cinda, I would be like, I don't want to get too close because love is a distraction.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I had been there before, and I was like, I'm going after something. I don't need distractions. I need to do stuff. And maybe there is negatives and positives to somebody around, but once feelings got involved, I was like, actually, this is nice, and she supports me 100%, and just
she's wearing the same colored fucking jumpsuit as your couch.
Yeah, actually, if she ever sits in that chair, I make her wear beige.
Make her?
I have actually outfits upstairs of every color of furniture.
Yeah. So if we're hanging out there, it's the white.
You gotta wear a white one.
I gotta go change my sweater, damn.
You need to just blend in.
For all those who don't know, I have a yellow couch, I have a white couch, I have a black couch, I have a pink couch.
Yep. All of them. But no, I get it though. It's
to your point, I do, seeing both sides of it, I do think it is better to have somebody that fully supports you. I still think that is rare though, because I don't think that you should wait on pursuing something till you have someone that supports you.
Oh no!
So that's what I'm saying is like,
no.
You still need to go for what you want. That doesn't mean turn down somebody who supports you along your path. But if you don't have that, that doesn't mean, wait till you find somebody and then you can build. No, just go for it.
Okay, so I have a question. So when did you guys start dating?
We started seeing each other like about just under 2 years.
Under 2 years?
Yeah.
Under 2 years?
Just under 2.
Okay, perfect.
That was like the first time we started hanging out.
You left your job, or you left your 9 to 5 January?
Mm-hmm.
About a year. It was
Who was in your background? Who was in your background that you got a little motivation? Like, I can do this. I can do this.
I don't know if that's causation or correlation, but I do like it.
Do you want to hear this story?
If she wasn't involved in your life at all, would you have been like, you know what, I'm leaving my fucking 9 to 5?
Maybe not, because let me tell you the story. So we were, and it's partially her and partially ketamine and partially Trinity, but we were last November, basically almost a year ago. I kind of already decided I was going to hire a business coach. I think I did already, but we had this trip up to Trinity Hot Springs, which is beautiful and magical. And
you should take Erica and her kiddos there. They would love it. They would love it. It is beautiful. It's man-made pool.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like right up at towards Featherville. You guys, shout out Trinity.
Oh, hell yeah.
So we went up there. We stayed up all night, just hanging out, doing some drugs, going to the hot spring, coming back, and we did some ketamine, which is a very it's very idea driven, but like something happened that night where we had this like very magical experience, and we started really talking like, what do we want our lives to be, and etc. Yeah. And I like had a flip switch in that moment, and I was just like, dude, I think that I want to talk to my coach about like quitting my job. And this was like the end of November, and
she was already involved in the picture.
Yes. So like to your point, but like, so yeah, I wouldn't have had that without her.
Oh,
like,
yes.
She was the one who invited me up, and she's an idea queen. Like she has better ideas than I do. Like, just like, she's like, what if you did this in your business?
I'd be a queen over
what if you did this in your business? Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. So we like kind of went through this stuff. We stayed up all night. We went back, and I was like, I think I need to start making some moves to like, and then like we saw these dragonflies. And dragonflies are a totem of like massive change in your life. And I was like, I think things are about to change.
They literally dive bombed us. They were like in this like, it's this like metal dome that's over the hot water. So then you kind of have this steam room effect.
Yeah.
And we're just chilling in there on this hammock that they have. And there's like this little opening where there's some sun. These dragonflies just dive bomb us inside of the dome. Like they go like through this little hole and just like splash around, just like do a little frenzy around us, and then fly out to the main opening. It was crazy.
But it was, yeah, because so she was like, I think dragonflies are a totem, like they're a symbol of something. And yeah, so we looked
butterflies
it
up. Butterflies and the pecker things, the
woodpeckers.
Oh, woodpeckers.
Yeah, those are like symbol things. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say penises, but. But anyway, so all that to be said, that was a very pivotal shift where I was just like, I think I need to go full time into what I'm like already moving towards. And within 1 or 2 weeks, I was like, I'm gonna quit my job. And like all this stuff started happening. And I remember last year being like, this is happening fast, but I think I'm just gonna quit. And then I put in my 2 weeks, and I was like, oh my God.
This is real, yeah.
And I wouldn't have done that without that moment. Maybe I would have done it in a year. Maybe I would have done it in 2 years. But yeah, it moved very quickly.
It would have. Let's not speculate. I mean, that's would have. I hate that. Like, it would have happened. None of that.
Yeah.
It happened because.
Yeah, but there are some catalysts, like meeting her, going there, you know, those experiences. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's one of the. I feel like you can't do it alone. My dream is completely different from yours, but it's like one of those, like, you can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. If you don't have somebody backing you up, and I'm not talking about like little simple shit like, I got your back, your mom having, I love you, I got your back. Yeah. You need a core person like literally pushing you.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd be locked up in prison if it wasn't for my boo.
Do you think that sometimes, because I've gone stretches of just being single, and I do feel like I usually have like 2 or 3 best friends, and out of those 3 relationships, I usually get like what I would consider just like a romantic partner versus just like a best homie, you know?
Yeah.
But I do keep like 2 or 3 of them around me instead of, you know, and then they're just like a culmination of all the types of conversations I need, all the laughs, you know?
Yeah.
They don't fuck me, but other than that.
No, I disagree a little bit just because of the fact that like those people can be around all the time. Those people can be around all the time. They can be
there anyway.
Yeah. Oh. But there's always going to be that one person. There's always going to be that one person. As weird as it sounds.
I don't disagree.
you can have the relationship with anybody else. Have the friendship, whatever you want to call it. But there's always going to be that one person that you're like, you know what? You just connect with. And somebody's going to push you. And somebody's not going to drag you down. It's that person that's going to like...
Yeah.
He's going to push your buttons or push her buttons when something's... You're going to say no when he wants to say yes. Yes, we're going to do this. No, we're not. No, we're not.
Yeah.
Type shit. Not somebody's going to that's not the right word. Conform to...
let's do this.
Yeah, I'm going to just play along with everything that's going on. Oh, that's not a relationship. That is not a relationship. That's not a partner in life at all.
So here's where I disagree.
Oh, I love this.
I have to pee for this. But this is another 10 situation. So your exact recipe that's working for you
doesn't work for
isn't the recipe for everyone else. And so I think that that's your recipe of happiness. You're like, say you're at that 10 where it's like, oh, I need this one thing. I don't know that everyone does.
Yeah.
I think there might be a different path for other people.
Yes. Yes, I get that. Yeah, you're right.
Dude, okay, so I did this is very similar but a little different, but I went to this thing last night. Was hosted by a church. My buddy Cameron was like, "Do you want to go to this like business thing in my church?" And I was like, "Well, church no, but business yes." Yeah. So I'll go.
Yeah.
And I was so inspired. And I was just like, dude, this is what I'm missing. And it wasn't the church part. It was just like, I'm missing. There are all of these entrepreneurs around me. And like, yeah, brotherhood, kind of like these people that are.
It's called networking. It's networking.
Yeah. And I was like, dude, and I have been very isolated. And I'm like, holy shit, I really need to be in these environments where I'm working with, like, I'm just talking to people. I'm like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I've learned this. I did this. And we watch some speakers that are just like so much smarter than me and like telling their stories. And here's how I failed. Here's how I succeeded. And I was like, this is what I mean. And you can feel this energy. There's 100 people. Everyone is trying to make their own business, trying to grow. And I was like, this is what I'm like. So I miss this. So I think that if you are, say, for example, single and don't have a partner, you can still get in an environment like that and still have like a bit of, you know, like brotherhood, camaraderie, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. And I disagree, but again, you're right. But here's the thing. It's beautiful because you're right. Everybody's path, going back to the math thing, is different. It's completely different.
I love that analogy.
I love that.
It's so good.
My way is not the right way. Your way is not the right way. Whoever listening is literally find your own path.
Yeah. You get the brown experience. You get the white experience.
Just question everything.
Oh, what?
Just question everything. If somebody tells you something, just question it. Yeah. Always question it. If somebody lets you persuade them, you're doing it wrong.
Yes. You should. Yeah.
Question everything.
Fuck you. You don't know that.
No. In a polite way. No. If you're a smart person and you're like respectful and you have friends involved, always question.
Yeah.
Always question everybody that says, "Hey, you need to do it this way."
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. And then respect their
you can
response.
still let them say that, but you
can have your own opinion without telling someone they're wrong.
Yes.
Like that's it. You know, those are two different things.
And then we were talking about that with like speaking of Andrew Tate. It's like, dude, I've been like, I think he's entertaining as fuck. But I like some of the shit he says, and then I hate some of the shit he says.
Yeah.
If you are a person who listens to any person and like everything they say is what I believe, like,
oh yeah,
what's going on?
Yeah,
What's going on? Like, no, you have to question even your idols. Yeah. Question, like for me, Joe Rogan. Question Joe Rogan. Like Joe Rogan is not right on anything. At least not to me. Maybe he is.
Yeah.
But like
Donald Trump to me is smart as fuck, and my wife thinks he's the dumbest motherfucker. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So everybody's opinion is different, but if you can accept that and it doesn't affect your opinion. Take something from it.
Yeah.
Joe. What's his name? Nate
Diaz.
No.
Nate.
Namachista.
Richard. I don't know.
The guy that just got locked up. The one that we've been talking about for a minute. Andrew Tate.
Oh.
Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
This is the only thing that like I disagree with everything he says, but he made himself relevant. We're talking about him right now.
Right.
In Boise, Idaho.
Yeah.
He made himself relevant.
Yeah.
He didn't care. I don't care what people think. I got locked up. I did this. People hate me. He made himself relevant.
Yes.
That's it. That's one thing I do like about him. Is that he's like, you know what? Nobody fucking likes you. But holy shit, you're making millions of dollars just because people are talking about you.
And Trump did that too. Like he's able to get people to talk about him.
Yes. And everybody has their perception. I agree with that. Like it's
like a Kanye, a Trump, a Tate. I'm sure there's more, but there are like the more abrasive the controversial characters, the more people talk. Yeah. So they have still figured out a way like, oh, well, this is what sells. Like, let me like be really aggressive in this area, and then.
But if you can accept what like people have their opinions and stuff like that, that's the beautiful thing. Like, we're not gonna change anybody, bro. We're not gonna change it. But if we can help somebody, whoever's watching, when you post this, tag this like very fucking big, because you better tag me on this bitch because we can blow this shit up. If somebody looks at it and says, you know what, those guys, what are they talking about? they don't have to agree with us, but they're like, oh, you know what? I don't have to listen to my dad that says the religion is this, or my cook that says I have to do the sandwich this way. Like, you make your own opinion. Like, just that's it. And the end of it, it doesn't matter. It's your opinion, my opinion. Yeah. That's it. I look at Josh, and I'm like you, boo. That's it. We love each other. That's it.
And then you'll take from that and you'll formulate your own path.
Yeah.
Given the people's perspective.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta pee. You guys want a shot?
Oh, hell yeah.
Pee break.
A weird question. Okay, can you guys bite both sides of your tongue if you lay down flat in your mouth?
That is a weird question.
Can you do that?
I didn't even.
Joshy, what's your podcast?
Nobodies.
Nobodies? But I don't, is there like the actual hashtag? Is it like straight up nobodies?
Straight up nobodies, plural. NOBODIES.
Dude, follow my boo.
On every platform.
Everything. TikToks.
You know what's crazy is when I tell somebody my podcast is Nobodies, they almost always type NOBODYES or YS.
It's NOBIDES, right?
Oh, IES is plural. This is like a fucked up thing about the English language.
Nobody.
So nobody ends with a Y. But if you do it plural, it's DIES. So that means more than one nobody.
Yeah.
But if it's possessive, one nobody owns something, it's this nobody's shit. It's a apostrophe S. It is one of the really weird things about the English language.
So what if you tweak it? Just out of curiosity.
I'll just sort of.
I'm nobody. I'm nobody. No, I'm nobody. That sounds bad.
The only reason it's plural is because there's multiple. Like there's two of us, so it's nobody's. That it's not just me. It's
multiple.
Us. Yeah, that's why I have it that way.
That's good though.
But
I want to steal your fucking name, bro. I want to steal your name. Dude, when my sister started her podcast, and she started like Hope. I went on her podcast 3 times, bro.
Yeah.
And she showed up. She's like, brother, I can't post your shit. I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm not supposed to be on your podcast at all.
You're like, I'm the opposite of Hope.
And I asked her, I was like, what does it mean? She's like, something about helping
others love people. Right?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
I just guessed that, but no, actually, I did see it.
Yeah.
That is a good name.
Yeah.
It's just...
And her the person that actually, her co-person, her business partner, straight up says like, oh yeah, you know what? She straight up came up to me. She's like, just like this, I can't post this. I was like, yeah, I know. Don't post shit. Just like when you told me.
That's funny.
Yeah, she's straight up. She's like, I'm trying to inspire people. We were fucked up. We had stupid ass conversations. My sister was over here like, so she's like, nope, this was a terrible idea.
See, their podcast is way more.
It's motivating.
Yeah, and also more PG.
Yes,
a bit. It would have to be like you can't just be saying some random shit.
Yeah,
right. I have, like you obviously know, I've had even for as debaucherous as we are, I still have podcasts. I'm like, dude, I can't put this out. But that's more because of the visuals of whatever's going on.
Yeah, you have the more podcasts, which again, I love it, and I want to steal it for someday. Someday, either we're gonna be like 100% business partners, and you're gonna be like 80-20. You have a name right now.
It's so good.
It's so fucking good.
Eric, don't worry.
I come to your podcast and I can be like, I go to my sister's podcast, which I've done 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay. What can I not
Dude, it's so crazy. That's so
I turned into like business guy as soon as I turned in my sister's.
Yeah. And I mean, I want to do business stuff on here per se, but I have talked to other people that. So podcasts are getting bigger and bigger. Like it's becoming.
They're all over.
It's becoming a bigger and bigger genre of things that are happening. So I had this guy that I just have been posting, Rashad. He's like, I was on 2 other podcasts this last week. And I was like, that's crazy because I don't know really anyone that is on podcasts. And so, and then my buddy Dan, he was like, yeah, I was just on a podcast. He's like, this is way chill. And so other podcasts, apparently sometimes people are just like, this is how we do things. I'm going to ask you some questions. Yeah. My buddy Dan told me, he was like, so we were doing it over Zoom and I had to pee, but I didn't know how to ask him. And so I just sat there and I was like, oh, I kind of have to pee. And he's like, all right, so for the next 45 minutes. And he was just like, what the fuck?
Dude, they have to understand that. This is the one thing I understand too, though. Like, everything's edited. Yeah. Except live.
Yeah.
So, when I say certain things, oh, God. Trust me. I know that it's like just watching me.
Yeah.
Because of the followers that I have. I have to say certain things. But, if that camera wasn't here, I know you're going to edit it. Because that's podcasting. Yeah, so people should just be able to, like, express everything they want.
I will say, to combat that, not to combat it, but me personally, I have only ever edited 1 or 2 things out of this podcast. Like, really? In a live experience. Yes. So
I thought you never did live casts.
No, I don't do anything live. So then I listen through. The only thing that I do when I'm editing is I switch between the cameras. So like when I'm editing, I'm taking that feed and that feed and that feed, and I'm going back and forth, and I'm making sure the audio. And then when we say we're on a bathroom break, then I cut it, and then I bring it back. So everything that's out there, I cut out. So everything that it doesn't matter. Like if I'm pissing, it's like I cut it out. If we're talking around the kitchen, it's out.
Yeah.
So then when I started. But there's been 1 or 2 times that I've just edited out a name because I dropped a name that I was like, I shouldn't have said her name. I mean, like, I was talking about someone, I should have just said my friend instead of like name dropping.
Dude, and I'm a social media like whore. You know this about me. Yeah. So we walk out there, you cut everything off. I still think in the back of my head that somebody's watching.
Yeah.
Live is in the back.
Yeah, so nothing then, but here, and I don't know if every podcast does this.
Yes, they do it.
What I tell all my podcast guests is like, if you don't want something to be said, just don't say it. And if you say, hey, I shouldn't have said that, we cut that out. So every once in a blue moon, like somebody's been like, they say something, they're like, actually, we cut that out. I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
And then when I'm listening back, I'm able to hear that. So I'm like, he goes, we cut that out. So then I just splice it and I cut it out.
The evolution of that, dude, is like the live podcast, which is very sensitive. Very, very sensitive. Very, very sensitive.
Mm. There's no taking back.
Yeah, there's no taking back. There's no thing. Like right now, today, you know how I've been like itching, and the people, whoever watching, 2, 3, 1,000 people, don't matter. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Josh knows, he's my good friend. You know what I want to say, but there's appropriate times to say it. If that camera wasn't on live, oh God, it'd be a different story.
Yeah.
But here's the evolution of like literally social media. Is that like people would rather see live situation right now.
Right.
They don't want to see edited shit.
Yeah. That's what
they don't want to see the editor like, oh shit. Oh, what was he gonna say? What was he gonna say? Me dropping a camera now.
It's more candid.
It's more candid.
People want the authenticity.
People are like, oh shit. These people are real. These people are like.
I'll check this one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shit like that.
Yeah. There was this one time he asked everybody that's on the podcast about privacy and everything, but there was this time he disclosed a story and he was like, so these 2 girls, we're not going to say their name. And he's like, so this other girl, and Cinda.
Not on live. Have you been on live?
And you know what he did do?
No.
Call me off like, hey, Cinda.
Yeah, I did call her out.
Have you been on live?
This other girl.
So you've never been on live either?
No.
Now you are.
I mean, I'm alive every day since I was born, but.
Bet. But understand this too. Understand this. That like people are interested in like conversations of us.
Dude. So this isn't my take.
Take business into it.
This isn't my take, but I think it was doesn't matter.
I'm getting fucked up.
There's a me too. Salute.
I can't even open it.
So there's a guy that he was trying to he was talking about why podcasts are so big, because it's a pretty new art form, right?
Oh, dude, it's beautiful. I love it.
So he was the idea is the reason why it hits so hard is because about 10 or 15 years ago, we all switched, like we all started getting smartphones.
Yep.
So as soon as we started getting smartphones, conversations around the table became less. TV became prevalent. We were able to, like, so for example, as parents, you can put your kids in front of the TV. Entertainment on the screen became really prevalent. But before all that, all you did was listen to conversations. Yeah. Like kids would sit at the table and listen to their parents talk.
60 minutes with Walter Cronkite.
Yeah, but not even with like
a radio fucking conversation.
But even before TV and the radio, all you had was conversation. Like for thousands of years. So you would sit around. You would sit around the tent. You would sit around the.
We're talking like 1920s. You would listen to a radio to listen like a baseball game.
No,
right?
I'm talking before that. So, for example, 120. You would be sitting around your hut, like your farm hut, and you would listen to your grandfather tell stories about something to your grandmother or your dad. Like all that we had was conversation for thousands of years. This is the argument of why podcasts work.
Yes.
So it's like all we had was conversation. Once we had the radio and television, we were like, oh, we don't need to listen to you. We got entertainment now.
Yeah.
But like then the cell phone came and there was distraction. So now it's like a pull back into, I want to listen to somebody just talk.
Yeah.
And that's why podcasts are working, because you just get to listen to random people talk it's so good.
Yeah, I am going to go carve a pumpkin.
Okay.
That's not a euphemism. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go carve a pumpkin right now. Gentlemen, I'll be back.
But I do get it though. It's like everything.
That's an argument. I don't know if it's real or not, but that's a
real,
good
bro.
Like way to explain it. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
You know that like people are dumb and people are stupid, and all we do is a circle. Like, we could talk about, like, 1,000 years ago, people do the same fucking thing. We just do the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Okay? 1920s, 1900s, we used to sit around a fucking couch. Not we, but, like, ancestors. Oh, man, listen to this baseball game on a radio.
Yeah. The radio wasn't in the 1920s, though.
Yeah, it was.
Really?
TV was involved at that point, bro.
No.
Yes.
No.
That shit,
there was no television in the 1920s. Maybe the radio, but you're making me second guess myself.
Okay. Alright, let's say this.
I actually don't know. And now it makes me feel weird that I don't know.
So remember this. People used to listen to the radio because you can broadcast that.
Yeah.
Fast forward 20 years. TV is involved.
Yeah.
30 years. There's somebody on the screen. Black screen. Another 20 years. Oh, it's colored screen. Another 30 years. HD. Now we're back. We do the same fucking.
No. So I'm gonna push.
So now, right now, we're at the point where like people want to listen to people.
No, so I'm gonna push back because that's only since the visual and audio entertainment, which is only in the 1900s. So
what happened with the whole Podcast, I want you to explain to me this. What happened to podcast that it just blew up in the last probably 5 years?
Okay, so let me, before I answer that, what about the 1800s? There was no audio or video recording.
Yeah, there was.
No, there wasn't.
Those pictures.
No, there wasn't.
Bitch, I'm gonna hit you.
Dude, no, there wasn't.
Google the first picture.
It was what, 1910?
I'm gonna hit you.
Okay, let's find out right now.
You think that 1910 was the first picture?
When do you think it was?
Probably 60, 70.
Okay, I'm gonna think 1910. Let's find out. I want to see how close we are. Because...
What are you Googling? First picture, right?
When was the first picture? It was so nice. I used to use my phone for this, and now I have it on me. Oh, shit, it's 1826.
Bitch!
Okay. You win. However, what about the 1700s? What do they do?
Oh, I have no idea. I never lived in there.
What I'm saying
I don't have it. I don't have any.
So
I don't know how to respond to that because I don't have any acknowledgement of that.
Okay, so here's my argument. You win on. So the first picture is 1800s. I think movies started in 1920s. Right.
The first picture was in Idaho.
So that doesn't
Google
matter.
That shit.
What I'm saying is. So once we started looking at other people doing shit, it changed everyone. Especially when movies started happening.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like you said, radio.
Radio was the biggest thing.
So then we started listening, and then instead of listening to all of our parents' conversations, what we're listening to is the radio. What's on the radio, right? Okay. So before that. What I'm saying is, what did people do before all that? So obviously the first picture is in 1820. So from Jesus Christ to 1800, what did people do? They sat around or they talked. There was no recorded media. There was no media. Media did not exist. So the first media started in 1820 with the photo. There was no media.
No, it was basically just a circle. It's a circle. People literally would do the same thing repetitive. We were dumb people. We were dumb humans. People literally you could bring back to 1850s, 1800s, 1700s. Yeah. People would listen. If you want to bring it back, let's say 1600s, 1700s. Yeah. Somebody's telling a story. We're gonna listen.
Yeah.
We're gonna listen.
You sit in and listen.
Listen. Fast forward 1,000 years, it's gonna happen again. We're at the evolution now that I think that podcasts are so fucking huge that people are bored. People are bored. They're bored with their phones. They're bored with their oh my gosh, let's do this. And the people that recognize that are taking advantage of it. Yeah. Making money off of it. Where other people are just I'm just going to listen to my grandpa's story. I'm going to listen to this story. I'm going to listen to this story. It don't matter what the fuck we're saying right now. The people that are listening to us right now, they're in bed right now. Oh, these guys look badass.
Not the 3 people that are watching us.
It don't matter.
They didn't stop. They stopped scrolling for us. Thank you, by the way. Thank you.
That's what it is. It's literally just because people are interested now, podcast. That's why podcasts became huge. Because people want to listen.
I do agree.
I get sucked into some shit. Some too. I literally listen to your podcasts. I listen to you and my sister's podcast and a sport podcast and goddamn.
Dude, I listen to so many, and it's crazy. Sometimes I don't even like it, and I still am yeah, but. What's he gonna say next? And I'm
You know what the next thing is? Is what does it sound? That stupid ass.
No, I don't want that.
Bro, trust me. Okay, you're gonna hate me. ASMR? You're gonna hate me in 3 years, but it's it's as stupid as it sounds.
I'm not gonna hate you, but I am gonna hate it.
Dude, it is dumb. I fucking hate it. but they're over here like. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Well, okay,
but
okay.
Because that's the evolution of.
So, okay, this is something that I hate that I still watch. Like this happened in reality TV for me. Like, and this is 10 years ago. But like when say for example Jersey Shore got bigger, I'm like, fuck, dude, this is terrible. Like, this is terrible.
Doesn't pull up and hit
But
you.
then I would be like, I would watch. I'm like, well, play the next episode. At least play the next episode. And I'm like, what? Why do I want to watch the next episode?
I don't.
So there is something that like, so that's how I feel about any sort of new school, like whatever is entertaining now. I'm like, why am I like sucked into this? This is annoying. Yeah. Like I'm annoyed, but I want to watch another one. Like, what is that? What is that? What is that?
Bro, the only reason why I went on live today, right now, unless you're lying to me, is this the first time you went on live when you went on podcast live?
This is the first time.
A year from now, as weird as this sounds, we're going to have to be those idiots. If we want to make money.
No.
Does that make sense?
No. I mean, yes, I hear what you're saying.
A year from now, you might have a completely different mindset.
Here's my counter to that.
You didn't love like. Do you like going on live? I'll put that on you.
No, I don't mind going live.
But this is the first time you went on live, right?
Yes.
All the podcasters you've had, nobody put you on live.
Nobody's done that. Here's the thing. Here's why I disagree.
Because everybody's expecting you to be fucking edited, all that shit.
Sure. I don't mind going on live, but what I'm saying is, just because a trend is going a certain way, that doesn't mean that I will go a certain way. And that doesn't mean, like, maybe that trend is the best way to get the most successful. That doesn't mean that I need to do that to be somewhat successful. So, like, I will explain it with music. Like, I can study the top 10 song trends and try to make a song that fits those top 10 songs. That would be my best chance of getting the most successful.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't want to make that song. I want to make this song. But maybe this song won't be that successful, but that doesn't mean it will be a failure.
No, hell no.
So that's how I feel. Like, I'm like, I understand that there are going to be trends that are going to be way more popular than like whatever I'm doing. That doesn't mean I have to do it to make it. I'll do what I want to do. And as long as I'm consistent, I'll make it a little bit. Of course I won't be as successful as some trend. That's also fine. But I don't want to do that trend. It was like when TikTok came out and business owners were like, I don't want to dance.
But like, so everybody started dancing.
But you know how TikTok evolved? You know, they're like, you don't have to dance. No, to everyone on TikTok's dancing. Yeah, but you don't have to dance. Why don't you just put a video of you installing an air conditioner instead of dancing? You don't have to. You're like, no, everyone that is successful in TikTok is dancing. Yeah, but you don't have to.
That's the shit that I do. I fucking hate. I'm not that guy that's gonna like. I post some stupid ass shit.
Yeah, I know. But you don't dance.
No, hell no.
But you, like, that's what I mean. Like, and TikTok changed. It morphed and it grew. So you're like, I don't need to do that. That doesn't mean, like, yes, you could be more successful if you danced.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Oh,
but
yeah.
you don't
100%.
want it. So that's okay.
No.
Don't do that. Do this.
But can I do live shit?
Yeah.
Because that's what is evolving.
Yeah.
Yes.
You do what resonates with you, and you're like, I like this. I don't want to dance, but I like to do this.
You know what? That's actually genius. Because you're right. It doesn't. My formula does not work with your formula, and your formula is not going to affect me. Does that make sense?
10.
Math.
My way to get 10
Fuck,
is
that
different
that
than
better-
your way to get 10.
That better be your fucking goddamn.
Ugh.
I love that. I'm gonna see that on the TikTok right there.
No. See that? Yeah, it's very. Cause I do think about this a lot. Cause I'm trying to podcast. Obviously, I'm trying to put this shit out. Obviously, I'm trying to. Okay, so how do I do my recipe for doing stuff?
Yeah.
And I have not a million, but I have a ton of voices saying, "Oh, you should do this thing. You should do this way. What you need to do is start doing this. Why don't you just try to do this?" There's all this noise.
Oh
and I'm not saying that anyone doesn't have good ideas, but then I'm like, okay, so how do I feel about it? What do I want to do? And so at the end of the day, I have to figure out what I resonate with and how I put my content out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a dancer. Like, like I put my shit on TikTok, but the last thing I want to do is go like, And I'm not hating on anyone who does, but that's not me. So I have to figure out a different, so how do I put my content out that is not that?
No.
It's a different thing.
Remember the circle that you're in. So I saw Jimmy. You did the house for him?
Yeah.
Do you know how little I had to get involved in that? When he asked me, he's like, "Hey, I need somebody to promote this house." Cause I said, "Call Josh. That's the little things, bro. The little thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because it's a big thing. Because when I saw you do the fucking aerial thing, I was like, oh my fucking God, I love it.
Yeah.
But it benefited all of us.
Yeah.
It benefited you. It benefited his business.
Yeah.
It's bigger than that. It's bigger than. But again, I don't want you to be the person that you have to do what everybody else has to do. But it's he paid you, right?
Yeah.
He paid you, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way faster than some people.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to point to you.
Yeah. Jimmy John's?
Some people I have ever worked with, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Jimmy
paid me
John's?
very quick, yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Jimmy John's is literally one of my best friends. Is one of those guys that
he biked that shit right up to me. Yeah, very
Yeah.
nice. It's very good.
It's one of those things like the Erica's house that's just getting started right now.
Yeah.
Because Joshy, I don't think she needs a whole exaggerated video thing. Because Jimmy John's needed it because he was trying to sell that shit.
Right.
But it's one of those things if we're gonna spend money, if we're gonna be in our circle, I love it.
Yeah. Dude, I've been listening to this guy. I've taken this to heart. So there was somebody who asked a question in this forum, but they were like, I'm thinking about hiring this person. I think I should use my immediate circle versus anyone else. And the consensus is yes. The reason you have a circle of friends is because you hire within. Obviously, in that situation we were talking about earlier, if they don't perform, by all means, you're out. That's fine.
Oh yeah, it was huge. It was huge.
So actually, last night I went to this church for this business thing. I'm not religious, but it was still a very close knit community, and we hire from each other, but you have to be the best. You still have to be. You have to be doing well.
You don't have to be the best. You don't have to be the best. It's one of those you have to Okay, so the fact that Jim's house that he built was beautiful. Jaime, he can't get rid of this property. It's like 2-3 acres.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you got involved.
I have not.
But he can't sell it. He's been sitting on it for a year.
Yeah.
And it's not like, what's the word? He can't sell it just because, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. But you put you involved and make it like, oh my God. Like make it more perception.
Yeah.
And I want Hammond to hit you up on that.
Yeah. Do you also think that maybe it's just too high?
What do you mean?
Like the price is too high.
No, that's his decision.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Yeah, your job is just to like make it pretty and sell it.
I mean, there are multiple factors of this, and I don't have any.
And remember that you're not like. Remember this too. Is that like you're not? What's the word? You're not the person that you got hired, or selling the job.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, and this is only one factor, but like there are multiple factors of selling anything. So, say for example, I want to sell this yellow couch. This yellow couch is nice. I love this yellow couch. Yeah. I would not sell this yellow couch to you for $100. I would never do it. Like, I love this couch. But if you offered me $5,000 for the couch, I would sell it. So that means that there is a level of guaranteed I would sell it and no, it would never sell it. And somewhere in between, there's the value. But if I was trying to sell it and I listed it, that's where I come in. And if I have shitty photos, most people aren't going to see it. So then it's like 300. But if I have good photos, maybe it's worth 5.
Yeah. That's your job, though. That's your job.
Right.
So here's the thing. So when Jimmy John's sold the house and you did, oh my God, this is like the first time I've ever seen you do like the whole, like that was beautiful. You did like a fucking hustler thing. Like a hustler thing.
Yeah.
You know, Jimmy John's hit you up because we were like, you gotta call Josh. You know that, right?
No.
You don't know that?
No.
Okay. I need you to understand that.
Well, I'm stoked to work with Jimmy John's because no, I did not.
You didn't know that?
No.
Okay. I love that.
Me too, because I did it. I'm excited.
Think of it this way. He would not make a decision of like literally hiring you.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for anybody else.
Wait, so when you said Jimmy John's, you mean Jimmy?
Jimmy.
Okay. I thought you meant Jimmy John's like Jimmy John's.
No, Jimmy John's.
Like the restaurant Jimmy John's.
No.
Okay, then never mind. Yes, Jimmy John's hired me. I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about Jimmy John's. The restaurant. I don't want this to go out here. You mean Jimmy?
Jimmy!
Yes. Okay, so sorry.
Yes, bro.
I'm
Jimmy
sorry.
John's.
Yeah, no, Jimmy
That's
John's.
literally one of my best friends. Literally my best friend.
I know. I thought you were talking about Jimmy John's, the restaurant.
No, what the fuck would I have? Do I have any relationship with Jimmy John's?
I didn't know, but I thought you did, and then I got excited, and then I thought, well, shit, I don't know that.
No.
Okay.
Think of it this way.
Yes. Okay. Sorry. Scratch all that. Yes, Jimmy John's.
It's
Jimmy,
one of those things, bro. Like,
yes.
It's like, if we're gonna spend money, this is what pisses me off about. Like, ooh, business Eric is coming out again. Edit the shit out of this.
No, I can't.
when I have conversation with my boys, I was like, bro, if we're gonna spend some money, like right now, I want to spend money on this. if I would ask Jimmy John's, hey bro, let's spend some money. Yeah. Or if I was Jaime. Or literally my 3 best friends.
Right.
Severo, Jaime, and Jimmy John. Hey, let's spend some money on this. Severo will probably be the only one be like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
That's a decision I have to make.
Yeah.
He made a decision when he like literally asked on a group. You need to be in a group chat, bro. You're in a group chat.
I'm in one of them.
And he straight up said like, hey, I need to like sell this house. And look what you did.
Did it look good?
Oh, dude.
Hey.
Dude, you need to sell a Jaime's house. Jaime's house, he can't sell it. He can't fucking sell it.
So here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. So, and I maybe Jaime should hear this.
Yeah.
And I'm not the best salesman of any stretch, but if you can't sell a house, there's a couple reasons why. It's either price too high.
Yep.
Not enough people know about it. I think that's
where you come in.
Maybe just those two. Am I missing one? Like,
no, that's it.
So, like, either if you want the price here, then you need more people to know about it.
That's where you come in.
Or if everyone already knows about it, then the price needs to come down. That means the market is saying to you, it's too high. And obviously, we are in a shitty market. That, like, we all know that. Like, it's a shitty market. So maybe the price has to come down. But maybe just not enough. This is what I'm asking myself every day with my business. Because I'm like, is my price for my work too high? Or does no one know about my services? Those are the two questions that I've kind of.
I'm going to go to the second one. I'm going to go to the second one.
Exactly.
Nobody knows about your services.
So I would ask the same to him. So then I'd be like, okay, so let's figure out a way to make more people know about your services. That would be the way to do it.
Dude.
And if you try that and then it still doesn't work, then the price needs to come down. Like, yeah. Fine. But yeah.
But that's not what you need to like understand. That's like not the thing that you need to worry about.
But that's in general like any business needs to kind of go those two routes. Like, why are people not accepting my services? Is my service too high, or does no one know about me? That's kind of like how
nobody knows about you.
No, I mean yes. But what I'm saying in any business, this is kind of how I've been learning to look at all businesses. So if it doesn't, like, for you,
what does it for me does for you.
Yes.
What makes you to 100% doesn't make me 100%. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What you're trying to do is different from what we're trying to do.
Yeah, but we still need to make money. Like, we have to sell our services and make money, right? Like, Jaime needs to sell his service and make money. You have to sell your service and make money. So if you're not making money, how do you get more clients? Do you lower your prices or get your services out to more people?
No.
Those are the two things.
No.
What else?
No. Because we're different. I'm a hustler. I'd love to negotiate people. I argue with people. You're not that type of person that like...
No, but so when you argue with somebody, what are you doing? Are you getting them to pay you money?
Yeah.
So that means you're convincing them that your services are worth the value, but you were still getting in front of people, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I'm not sure if this is exactly true, but like you are lifting your value in front of people. But, like, if you're not in front of those people, you can't argue that question in the first place.
No.
You know what I mean?
No. Because in front of people, it's hilarious. Okay. We are dumb. As human beings, we are dumb.
Yes.
People are, they follow. People literally, if I say something smart. Actually, this is why I'm going to get in the podcast. Because people are dumb. When I go to a sales thing, when I sell I'm building a house right now. And it's literally just telling people like, yeah, we're gonna do it. 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 Yeah. It's 100%. It's this and that. It's. I get a phone call from my best friends. Fucking, literally, fucking Jimmy Johns and literally fucking. I love those fuckers. And they say, hey, if I'm gonna spend money, who am I gonna spend money with? Yeah. I'm that guy. I'm that benefit guy. I'm that, like, that's the only tool that I have. But here's the thing. It works for me. Yeah. It works for me. That makes sense. I'm that guy that literally, I will tell you this 100%. I hate, being that guy that does to pretend like, oh fuck, I always, you know what, podcast, this is not the podcast, I hate being the business guy, but I'm the business guy.
Yeah, you are a business guy. Dude, I gotta pee so bad.
That's a boom.
I gotta pee. Pee break. I love you.
God damn it. I want this fucking goddamn Nobodies.
No, you don't. I'm gonna piss my pants, dude. Oh my god. Do you want a shot?
Yes, let's do it. I don't want to come.
I like alcohol.
We all have issues, bro.
We do. Eric, I'm so happy about this.
I swear to God, every time we do a podcast, I swear to God, we fuck it up.
No, we didn't fuck anything up.
Actually, I think we got some good ass shit.
No, this is the one. We got it. I love you, bud. This is good.
All right, fuck it. One more time.
We can cut it and go whenever we want.
All right, let's do it. I swear to God, every time we get fucked up.
See, do you know when we came up with this idea, though? Is when we're on the boat and you're like, dude, every time we get fucked up, we have such good conversations. I was like, no, we should podcast.
Yes.
And then we started.
Yes.
That's what we started doing. Difference. But like, we can't do it when we're sober because then we're like,
I can't be fucked up and you fucked up. Does that make sense?
No.
One of us has to be fucking sober.
No, that's not how our relationship works, though.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why it works. Dude, it's so funny. She's gonna party tomorrow. I offered you my hugs and my loves.
I offered you a hug yesterday morning.
I know, I love that. All I'm saying is, like, I don't know. I'm just offering some stuff here and there. Like, do you need to borrow her socks?
Are we going?
Yeah, why not? Do you have anywhere else to be?
Why are you walking
I know.
Exactly.
Did you fix the other one?
All right, well, fuck it.
I just want a really cute picture. Oh.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I just want a little cute picture. Yeah. Look at us.
Hey, get your badass camera out though.
No.
I thought he was the fucking plant for a second.
Then the plant is the one by the wall.
Into the plant.
I know he is wearing the
I do?
Yeah, you're wearing all green. That was a bad combo.
You're wearing you're camouflaged. Hey, no. Tears that shit up.
Love it.
Ah. Well, this is good.
Oh, this is terrible.
Thank you. Rat-a-tat.
Good.
I don't really care.
Yeah, we gotta stop it now. Cause I'm not gonna lie. Whew.
Eric, when did you get so fucked up?
I got fucked up real quick.
Well, I dropped my drink.
Nobodies.